solving some multi-step equations. Solving multi-step equations is the same goal as solving one- and two-step equations. We still want to try to simplify our equation down as far as we can, hopefully to x equals a number. We're going to use the same rules. We're going to rewrite each step of our equation as we solve it, and we're going to do the inverse of a number to both sides in order to move them around on each side of our equal sign. The two steps that you have done so far are these two. Moving the constant. We did this in our last video. If I have something like 4x plus 7, we learned that we can add 7 to both sides. That will cancel it out from this side, leaving us with 4x equals 9 plus 7, 16. And we learned about dividing by the coefficient. If we had something like 2x equals 4, we learned we can divide by 2 on both sides, leaving us with x equals 2. We're going to add some other steps in today. So I want to show you what it is to look for, and then we'll try it with a sample problem. We're going to add in these 3 steps. These steps go in order. You may not always have each of these things in your problem, but you need to check for each one in order to help you solve. Step 1, see if you need to distribute. This means you're using the distributive property. It means you have a number times a quantity. So you're going to check your problem. Do I have a number times a quantity? If you do, you're going to multiply that number times the first number, 2 times 3 is 6. And then you're going to multiply it times the second number. 2 times negative x is negative 2x. Or 6 minus 2x, depending on how you want to read it. Okay, so see if you can distribute. Then, step 2. See if you have anything that's the same that you can combine together. This is a great way to simplify. So for example, maybe in your problem you have 2x plus 3x. Well, you can combine those terms, 2x and 3x, to make 5x. Just simplify it down. Or maybe you have some addition or subtraction. Maybe you have 7 minus 5. Well, you can simplify that down. 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, fair enough. We distributed anything we could. We saw if we could combine anything that was the same. Now, move your variables all to one side of your equation. Doesn't matter which side. Usually what we do is we move the smaller number to the other side, the smaller variable to the other side. Let me show you what I mean. If we had something like 3x is 2 minus x, I would want to move this x, because it's a negative x and it's smaller than 3x, to the other side. To do that, I'll do the same process I've done so far. Do the inverse to both sides. The inverse of subtracting x would be to add x. So negative x plus x will cancel out, leaving with 2. See, I'm adding x to both sides. 3x plus another x is 4x. Now, see if you have a constant to move. We just talked about doing that. Then, either divide by the coefficient, which we practiced yesterday, or maybe you don't have a coefficient, maybe you end up with a division problem. You have something like x divided by 3 is 4. If that's what you have, if you've got a denominator, multiply by the denominator. So instead of divided by 3, we're going to times 3 on both sides. These will cancel out. Divided by 3 times 3, leaving with just x equals 4 times 3, which is 12. Okay, let's try those steps together in a sample problem. We may not have each step in our sample problem, but these are the things we want to look for to do in this order. So thing 1, distribute. Do I have a number times a quantity? Here. Yes, right here. I have negative 2 times x minus 4. When I think of this problem, I think of it as 3x equals 32 plus negative 2 times x minus 4. We learned to rewrite this last year, that subtracting a positive number is the same thing as adding a negative. That's going to help us with our signs when we go to distribute. When we distribute, we multiply the number times each of the numbers in the parentheses. So that's what we'll do here. Negative 2 times x is minus 2x. Negative 2 times negative 4, and negative times negative is a positive, and 2 times 4 is 8. Let's rewrite the rest of our problem. 3x equals 32 Do I need to write plus negative 2x? Or can I just leave it as minus 2x? I can just leave it. Or I could write it as plus negative. They mean the same. I'm going to leave it this way. All right, I distributed. Now, let's see. Can I combine like terms? Is there anything I can put together to help me solve? Well, on this side of the equal sign, I just have 3 x's. Nothing to do there. Over here, I have negative 2 x's, but no other x's here, so nothing to do there. I have 32 and a plus x. I could add those together, couldn't I? 32 plus 8. That would work. 3x equals 32 plus 8 is 40 minus 2x. Okay, so I combined my like terms right here. Good. Now let's see. Do I have some variables on both sides and I need to move them to one side? Yes, I do indeed. I have variables on this side and variables on that side. My ultimate goal is to get to the place where I have letter equals number. So I need all my letters on one side. Does it matter which side? Nope. It can be letter equals number or number equals letter. They're the same. I like to move the smaller variable to the other side. It leaves me with less problems in the end, but truly you could move either. Since there's already a 40 here, and since the negative 2x is smaller, I'm going to move this to the other side so that I end up with letters equal number, 40 in this case. Right now it's minus 2x, so I'm going to do the inverse to both sides to move it. Plus 2x's, plus 2x's. So this is moving the variable to one side. 3x's plus 2x's is 5x's equals, another equal sign, 40, didn't do anything to the 40, minus 2x plus 2x, that cancels out, leaves me with just 5x equals 40. Great. Move my variables to one side. Now, move the constant. If it's plus or minus a number, I need to move that. Do I have a constant? Nope, that's okay. Sometimes we don't have every step. That's not a problem. Last step, divide by the coefficient or multiply by the denominator. I have a coefficient today. My coefficient is 5. So I want to divide by 5 on both sides. Divide by 5, divide by 5. Times 5 divided by 5 cancels out, leaving me with x equals 40 divided by 5 is 8. Finish that step, and I'm done. I have simplified my problem all the way down to see that a letter equals a number. Perfect. These are the steps you want to check for as you solve multi-step equations to help make sure that you're going to get the best answer.